was like, okay, what is going on? Lithium battery is below 12 volts, which is really bad, I know. Ooh, let's have some seasonal lights. Interesting turn of events. That is low. The BMS did not shut it off when it went really low voltage. I don't know, would it have reached 0 volts or what? Hard to tell. Hey, I wasn't looking forward to another technical problem, yet here we are. I hope that you find this video helpful or at least entertaining. Good morning. This is one of the mornings with Tiffany, my generator. I woke up comfy, nice, and thought, okay, breakfast and then going to the stables with some horses. But then my breakfast didn't succeed. It is still there, waiting for me to be cooked in the microwave oven. The problem is that my batteries have run too low, so if I try to switch on my inverter, and yes, when I woke up I also noticed that my lithium battery voltage is below 12 volts, which is really bad, I know. I was like, okay, what is going on? Because normally my batteries, they last until minus 270, so I should have still a lot of room, a lot of voltage, a lot of capacity left in my batteries. But as you can see, something has happened. I don't know what. It might be normal wear out of the cycling of the batteries. I've used these batteries full time, 3 years now, and sometimes the battery has gone a bit low in colder temperatures, but it is more because of the cold temperature, not because of my use. The cold weather in Finland and the frost and snow, they wear out the batteries. But I don't know what has happened. The point is that I don't have enough battery. So I will go out with my generator Tiffany and have breakfast with Tiffany. Oh, careful here. Adorable weather. Here's Tiffany, my generator. I wait for the voltage to rise above 13 volts, and then I can start using my microwave oven and cook some coffee for me. Fast forwarding 1 week later, I have raised a ticket to Renogy, which is the manufacturer of these lithium iron phosphate batteries. They have asked me and my partner to make more tests on these. We have already conducted the initial tests they asked, but now we need to verify how many watt hours we are going to get out from each of these batteries individually. And before we take the watt hours out from them, we need to recharge them to full capacity and of course measure that they are at full charge. Let's make the tests. These batteries have been sitting here inside the house for 3 days now, and 3 days ago we recharged them to full capacity. This battery used to be 13.35. Now it's 13.32. and the other one. This is a little bit difficult with one hand, but luckily I have these good probes. So this one used to be 13.4 3 days ago, and now it's 13.36. Here is going to be a test setup for both of these batteries, one of each. And the test setup consists mostly of 12-volt car halogen lights. I have 4 halogen lights each, and they are 55 watts. So total it will be in parallel 220 watts per setup. And I have also Mako connectors for power input and distributing it to the light bulbs. I have some switches because I don't want any sparks here. Naturally, some tools and connectors, pretty cheap ones, and 2 different sizes of electrical wire. This black wire is 2.5 square millimeter wire, and the red one is 4 square millimeter wire, and the red one is for the power input, and the black one is for distributing the power to the light bulbs. Yeah, let's get going. We are ready with the test setup connections. Here will be the minus, and here will be the plus. The other one is similarly here. Now we will measure the voltage of the batteries. They have been standing still inside the house for 30 minutes now, and before that 30 minutes they were absolutely at the full charge, so they were not taking charge anymore in, and the voltage then was something like 14.2 volts after when the restart cycle was ready. And we make the voltage measurement of them and then start discharging them with these test setups. The voltage of this battery 1, and that is odd. It is 13.09, which is much less than it's supposed to be. We suspect that this battery is some hibernating mode. And then the battery 2, 13.02. That is not normal voltage either after full charge and after 30 minutes of standing still without loads. It should be 13.4 volts. Let's try to wake up the batteries and put some load into them with this test setup. 13.22 in battery number 1, and battery number 2 is 13.2. Okay, what I will do is that I take batteries one by one back to the charger if they reach this 13.4 volts. So let's go. That's battery number 1, and the temperature is pleasant +7 Celsius. We are double checking the voltage of this battery monitor and comparing it to the voltage in the multimeter. they align really well. It switched to absorption mode. There it will balance the cells, and after the balancing is done, we disconnect the battery. The amperes have stabilized now, so there is nothing to be balanced anymore. The voltage is currently 14.25. Here is the battery number 1. 10 minutes later, when the charging was full, this battery is again in some hibernating mode. It is 13.02 volts. This is what it is with this test now. And again, twice the same result. Meanwhile, I wait for the battery number 2. I will connect this battery number 1 to the test setup we made. Here's minus. And when I test, there should be no spark because the main switch is off, but naturally I'm a little bit scared always with the electrics. No spark. Good. I wait for the battery 2 to finish the 30 minutes and connect the test setup to the battery number 2 as well, and then switch on both test setups at the same time and start discharging them. It is off, so there should be no spark, but again, I'm safe. These are for the fire safety, because these have like 400 watts power. And I will start the discharging test with battery number 1 and battery number 2. November is very dark season in Finland. Whew. Let's have some seasonal lights. Wow, too bright. This is the test setup. There has been some change in the slope of the battery 2. I noticed it 30 minutes ago. I take measurements every 30 minutes, and let's see now what the difference is between the battery 1 and battery 2. First, battery 1. 13.02 volts. Then battery 2. 12.77 volts. So battery 2 is discharging quite a lot. So we can see these results here. This one is concerning me a bit, but let's see how this ends. I came in here just in time I saw these other lights dimming very fast, just like bzzz. And I grabbed my phone, took some video, you will see it now. The light bulbs on this battery too, they lit up and then shut down. Lit up and shut down. And I switched off the test from the main switch and measured the voltage. It was 10.97 volts. Now the battery is 11.03 volts. That was definitely it for the battery number 2. And we continue the test with the battery number 1, which still seems going strong. I noticed the drop in the slope of this battery too. So I took measurements more frequently, and I took measurements every 15 minutes. And last time I took a measurement of this battery too, it was 11.65 volts, and this battery 1 was 12.95 volts. So way more than 1 volt difference. I'm surprised to see such a big difference in discharge in these batteries, because these are from the same batch. They have like only few numbers difference in serial numbers. Of course they are bought simultaneously. They have lived all their life simultaneously together, and yeah, this is a very big surprise for me to see this kind of difference in discharge load slopes. But yeah, let's see how this battery 1 is doing. And I'll take the battery 2 for charging. And charge it full, of course. Late night with the battery number 1. It's past 11 in the evening on Saturday, and it's way past my bedtime. The battery is still going, but there are things happening. I'm measuring quite frequently now, because the last time the battery 2 did the same, it actually declined really fast when it went below 12 volts. So I think only 15 more minutes or so, and these lights start flashing, and I can do the final measurement of this test setup. 11.18. It's happening. The lights, they have already dimmed significantly. I can see it's not that bright anymore. And the voltage is what? Excuse me? .15. 8 volts, 0.15. And look, producing 8 volts, 0.10 now. And it's declining rapidly, so 8.10 volts. And I'm not sure is this healthy for this battery, but the lights are still on. Okay, one more measurement. 23.19. Seven point 88, and I'm switching this off. 7.88. I am not doing this longer for the battery. Interesting turn of events. last recordings of today, 23:50. That's 30 minutes since I disconnected manually this thing. 10.87 volts. That is low. I'm overwhelmed. Confused. I don't know how this happened. Why did not the BMS close the cells as it did with the battery number 2? I think that the BMS is battery management systems. Shut off voltage is something like 11 volts, but this went way below it. So why did not BMS react? I don't know. I'm definitely going to ask this question from Renogy, the manufacturer. I'm going to report all this, send a picture, maybe some of these videos to Renogy. And well, what I'm glad about is that this wouldn't be possible in our camper van, because we have a battery protector, we have monitoring, so batteries are not able to get this low in the camper van setup. Nevertheless, I'm not happy about this. First of all, the battery number 2 was definitely way below the performance it should be. The performance of the battery 1 was something like 60 to 70 ampere hours, and these both are 170 ampere hour batteries. And this battery, the BMS did not shut it off when it went really low voltage. I don't know, would it have reached 0 volts or what? Hard to tell. Anyway, this is the story for now, and I'm going to report this all to Renogy and let's see what they reply. After 1 week of email discussion with Renogy, we concluded that both of the batteries are faulty. No surprises there. And I get a compensation of around 50% of the original price of the batteries, which is fair and square, because I've enjoyed the batteries 2.5 years already. So I got a decent amount of money as a compensation. So now I'm looking for new batteries, and well, because of these winter conditions, I'll probably need to buy the batteries that have their own self-heating system, and of course robust BMS and hopefully Bluetooth as well. And yeah, let's see what kind of batteries I will decide for this camper. For now, the travels continue with the broken batteries, and the camper van hasn't catched fire yet. Thank you for watching this one, and stay tuned for the next one.